Hey guys, I've done quite a few changes to the rig setup since you last saw Forager. There's no water now, we can't try it, but I'm going to show you. I'm here now because it's expected about 40 degrees heat later on, so let's have a look at the rig. Right here, I've placed two clamcleats here. I had Spectra on the halyard and that just kept slipping, and once I went out and the Spectra actually slipped through this, the whole sail, yard, everything just came down. So I just replaced the Spectra, this low stretch rope, it's less than 5%, and that seems to hold quite well on these cleats, so I'm happy with that. Obviously, as you can see here, this comes at an angle, so I really don't like it. When I pull it, it wouldn't go on the cleat, so I had to go through these eyes here, and so now every time I pull, it's in place. Same here. I had to put an extra block here, this one, and now the lazy jacks go on this cleat here, which I used to have the halyard on. And now someone decided to cut the lawn behind me, so we're gonna have this background noise for a while. Anyway, as you can see, I've added an outhaul. I had a couple of wraps of Spectra there, but they didn't seem to slide much, awkwardly, I don't know why. So I put this poly cable here, and that slides a lot better than the Spectra, go figure. I've added these straps so I can sit when there's not much wind. Don't like going on the floor, can't really see what's in the water. This is a tidal estuary, so a lot of debris comes around and I need to see. Also big jellyfish which take my rudder out. I believe this should be screwed vertically, but I do not have any wood here, it's just plywood. This wood is only 20 millimeters here on the top, so because I don't have access inside yet, that's why I'm using stronger screws. These are not metric nor self-tapping, it's somewhere in between. This is used for sheet metal. This is a 5.28 screw. It's probably just as strong as an M5 because although the thread is deeper than the metric, it's also slightly thicker diameter. Just have a look. 5mm self-tapping, 528 sheet metal thread. See the difference in the core thickness? This will snap a lot easier than that one. I have mostly stopped using any self-tapping thread screws. They're really fragile, especially on stainless steel, which is really soft. Obviously it's got some uses. If you don't want to glue the screw like with metric, which is the strongest between self-tapping and metric, and this force is done to pull the thread out, and only in that occasion this thread is better because it's deeper, varies deeper into the wood. But because most screws are not pulled this way, they're either to the sides or diagonally, I think this thread is much better. I changed the way I attach the tiller extension as well. As you can see, I've got a clam cleat here now, just a bit of spectra going through rubber tubing all the way to the cam cleat or clam cleat. This way I can always keep it nice and tight there, not much slack on the line. Yeah, I could have just bought one of the other, a proper, like the laser fitting here, but I didn't have any at home. I had a clam cleat, that's what I used. You know me, when I've got a hand, that's how I tend to find solutions. Again, I had all this in the workshop. Inside this there's a 125mm PVC pipe, you know, like the pipe you use for drainage, for sewage, something like that. These self-adhesive pads, I had them in the workshop. I can't even remember where I got them, to be honest. They've been in my workshop for so long now. I knew they would come in handy one day. Well, after like, what, 10 years? Here they are. First time I found a use for them. Yeah, I know, I'm like a junkyard rat or whatever. I think that's it for changes, guys. Oh, one more detail there. You guys can see here, I have these loops already tied on the sail. So when I reef the sail, I can just snap that on that carabiner and then tie this little string there. I got this idea from the Viola canoe, sailing canoe from Michael Storer. He's got a PDF on his webpage. Go and check it out. Thanks, Just. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. If not, send me a voice message. Next time I'll know. Yeah, so he sent me to the Viola PDF page, and that's actually a neat idea. Many will say I didn't need an outhaul on the Goat. Might be true, but I'm a noob on this type of sail. Never sailed lugs before, mainly gaffs and the laser, obviously. I'm used to having depth control on the sail. Let's say I go out with 10 knots, 11 knots full sail, and suddenly it's too much for me. I don't want to put a reef on because, let's be honest, it's not really practical. So I just get this tighter, less depth here, get the downhole tighter, less depth up there, and suddenly the boat's not heeling anymore, or not as much. I'm not going that fast, yes, but I'm going where I want to go without all the hassle of putting reefs on and off. I can control a bit more, and I can come to shore or go on my way to the next point where I can safely put a reef on. The reason for the lazy jacks. The other day I took my floats out and the sail was all over the place. So I had to put the sail up before they got in the boat. The sail was just there flapping. Then when I come to shore, because the wind was from behind, I had to go around, face the wind, let sail go, and then there was sail everywhere on top of them. It's just, I didn't like it. So let's try the lazy jacks. So much easier, guys. No sail flapping or in the water or on top of people. At least that's the idea anyway. Let's see how it goes with time, if I keep these lazy jacks or not. And my little GoPro mount, so I can put it anywhere on the Goat. Then you just lock it in place. Okay guys, I'm here for the second day trying to show you the changes I've done to the rig. Yesterday the lawnmower just got too loud for too long, so I had to quit. I hope the wind is not much of a problem today. But let's have a look. We have the halyards and downhole cleats there. To the blocks. I have fitted an out hole. So the cable goes through this carabiner, through the cheek block, all the way to this little clamcleat and to a small block there. Right, there's more over there. So let's go into the fire. Quite stable there. Plenty of beaches there. Doesn't go much further. Well, not easily anyway. We're expecting 20 knots gusts later on tonight. I hope it doesn't come too soon. And we're surfing. There we go. Yeah, surf's up. Guys, if you can, build a boat. It's freaking awesome. Gusts are coming sooner than I thought. I have to let that sail luff a lot, otherwise I'm in the creek, so it's fluffy, and I'm still healing. Nice strong wind now. I'm gonna try and flatten the sail a bit. Right, let's flatten the sail a bit. Time to start working home. Otherwise I'll never get there. I guess we're over 20 knots now with the gusts. Freaking hell, man. What the at ease there. I think I might be home safe. Come on, we're 20 meters short. What the hell? Made it, no capsize. And this is why I wanted an outhaul. Yes, I could have lowered sail, put a reef on, but with that much wind, and by the time I finish my reef I would be on the other bank because I don't have an anchor or a sea anchor. Depower the sail as much as possible. Yes, it was harder to punch through those waves, but you know, here I am, and now it's like, look at the flags, there's no wind here. It's a different planet. I'm glad I put the outhaul there. I don't know how much of this that camera picked up. I don't know when that died, but that's out already. The tide is well on the way out now, and I have some water to bail out of this boat. Not that much, surprisingly. Good job, Mick. I'm happy with the setup, most of it anyway. Seat straps, yeah, if you want to go on a trip or a longer journey up the river or something, I don't think they're comfortable enough, but they will do for now. The clamcleats held pretty well, even with the Spectra on the downfall. This outhaul is awesome. That seems a lot better now. These seats worked out quite well. I guess at some point I have to get rid of the prototype and do something proper, whatever that is. Love the lazy jacks, look at that. No sail on the water, no sail on the boat. Approved for now. By the way guys, I'm planning on taking Forager and spending the night on Goat Island soon, so stay tuned and stay safe. See you next week.